Hey, Lewis here with Bout That RV Life, and today I'm picking up my 9th rental. It's going to be a consignment 32-foot Jayco flight. Really nice rig. It's got a nice bunkhouse in the back where it's got those four, I think they're twin beds in the back, queen bed, couch, and then it's got a nice U-dinette. So this thing could sleep 10 probably adults, maybe 12 to 13, maybe 14 pushing it, kids. So real nice. This will be a nice rental. I already got it booked out, and yeah, so I'll show you guys the insides and outs once we get it kind of back to our place. And what I'm going to do there is going to hook it up to some water. I'm going to get it connected to power, just make sure everything's working and functioning properly. The owner said that everything works great, and we should be good to go. So really excited for it. We'll see you soon. Hey guys, I wanted to mention real quick, so if those of you that are new to the channel, Bout That RV Life, we're all about RV rental business, RV adventure. Our goal ultimately is to be just fully immersed in this RV rental business for years to come. We love it. It's fun. We love to go camping as a family also. We just need to carve out some time to do that. But if you're new to the channel and those are some of the things that you like, feel free to subscribe. And those that are returning, thank you guys so much for the love and support. You guys have been awesome. Okay, we got her connected, got her hitched up. I'm gonna take her home and I'll walk through some stuff. Stay tuned.
Well, here it is. We have the new addition to the fleet. We're working on getting it parked. Always an adventure. It's got 2 slide outs. So it's a Jayco J Flight SLX 32 BD SW, which means it's 32 feet long.
Okay, so we're just getting home. One of the things that I like to do with the new camper is I want to get it set up as if we were setting it up at a campsite, because we do have full hookup here. No, we're not connected to sewer, but we've got the opportunity to be able to dump. But we're gonna have full power. We have a 30 amp connector, and then we're gonna hook up to some water and see if there's any leaks, make sure everything's working properly, stuff like that. Well, this is our first hand jack one, which is gonna be fun.
You got it, babe. And this is why we get everything hooked up.
Yeah, as you can see here, a little bit of a leaker. So I'm gonna disconnect that, put some of that plumber tape on, and see how it goes. So I see this doesn't have a gasket, it looks like. So I'm gonna grab one, see if that helps. So it's good to have a handful of these. We got these at our local hardware store. Basically just any hose washer, rubber hose washers. So I'm gonna give that a shot and see if that works. So I think what I'm gonna try is I'm gonna try one of these elbows. It's got a gasket in it. I'm gonna get that connected and see if that'll help. There we go. No leaks. Got it fully on, hooked up. So I replaced the gasket in this guy and made sure that this one had a gasket. So it's good to go. Okay, so now I'm in the bathroom and I'm gonna test the water in the shower. Make sure everything's running. Everything seems to be going okay. I'm gonna pull this guy up. Shower seems to be running pretty good. It is clogging a little bit, so I want to see what's up with that. Let's see if that's draining.
It's cool if we take those can't help stickers off, right?
Maybe. Let's check the sinks. Don't see any leaks down there. Seems to be fine. The other thing we like to do is fire up the refrigerator here just to make sure that it's working properly and it's getting nice and cold. We'll have to get this kind of cleaned up a little bit and stuff. But for the most part, we can kind of feel it getting cold. The other thing too is I like to fire up and see if this sucker's working. There you go, the back one's working, it looks like. Turn that guy off and let's see if this guy, yep, the front one's working. But for some reason, it doesn't look like that back one's working. So that's all right. We'll have to let customers know that. There's the oven. Make sure that's okay. Looks like they've used it. And then we'll go through it and make sure there's cleaning supplies. Of course, you know, any type of things in here that, you know, customers or renters are going to want to use, silverware, stuff like that, and get it nice and stocked up for customers. So just checking lights. So some of these LED lights seem to be working pretty well, but these little push button lights don't seem to be working. So overall, I think this is going to be a decent unit. We just got to do some cleaning here. The AC seems to be working. We've got it fired up. Let's just kind of see how that goes. I'm going to leave it for a couple of hours and come back and check on it. So here's the bunkhouse back here. It's a pretty cool little bunkhouse. Little room back here for all your blankets and sleeping bags, sheets. And I guess these two also turn into beds. They fold out, which is kind of cool. And then you got your bunkhouse. So this is the bunk room that's in the back here. So that light's working. For some reason that one's not.
Well, here it is on the inside. It's got a sofa, comes out to a bed, the U-dinette that will turn into sleeping space as well. Sounds like Lewis just turned water on, so I'm hearing things. Obviously it's gonna need to be cleaned, but it's a good sized camper in here.
This also does have a TV, which is kind of cool.
Again, dual doors, which is pretty neat. The bathroom here. All the sinks are on just a touch. Scary to look in the toilet. It's fine. And it works.
So I think we're gonna check the awning, make sure it's fully operable and nothing quirky about it. Looks like it's working just fine. It's not too windy, so we'll keep that out for a little bit.
Part of taking units on consignment means you're not actually choosing all of the things, and so sometimes you're going to have some things you have to take care of when you go pick them up.
All right, so all in all, I think it's going to be a great unit to rent out. I've already got it rented out. There's some little twerks and certain things that, you know, we got to try to troubleshoot and fix, but overall the water's running. It doesn't appear to be any leaks within the unit. We're gonna have to get the tanks kind of flushed, get the fresh water filled up, get that kind of sanitized, and just make sure that it's ready to go for the next renter. So thanks so much for coming with us on this walkthrough and what we do when we bring on consignments and kind of what we walk through and troubleshoot just to make sure that everything's working and working properly. The other things that we'll do that we didn't do on this video is we'll check tire pressures, make sure your tires are good, because we have had a few blowouts or a couple of blowouts, and just making sure you know, everything's cleaned up. So that's something we're gonna have to do, actually do a really good deep clean. So again, appreciate you guys watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Leave some comments down below on maybe some of the things that you guys do on your consignments, and the processes that you guys like to walk through. And as always, happy camping.